Welcome to the office. This week from Leighton Beach, located just north of Fremantle in Western Australia. Yeah, this week is the Kite Racing Oceanic Championships. Kite racing is something we really don't talk about often enough. So before introducing my special guest, we'll take you to China, have a quick look at the Around the Buoy section before rounding up this week's show in the Bahamas. So China, Australia and the Bahamas. How about that? That would do me fine. So have a look at this.
Beautiful resorts, lovely parties, everything is done for the kiters to enjoy Buoy on Hainan Islands for the Kite World Championships. The Worlds starts with 3 windy days, followed by 2 days of light to non-existent wind. Based in San Francisco, Erika Heineken trains with her brother, Johnny, and has been dominating the global circuit. Having won 13 of the 14 races held before the cancelled finale, she is once again the new world champion. However, it is a bit more complex for her brother Johnny, who dominates the first 3 days and has a terrible penultimate day. Sailed in extremely light wind, the only race held confirms to everyone's surprise the victory of German kiter Florian Gruber.
Yeah, I think I need 2 days to believe this, because it was always a dream to be world champion, and yeah, that's the first.
So let me introduce a real champion in sailing, Torvar Mirsky. So Torvar, how are you?
Fantastic, Sebastian. What's not to love like right now?
So what are you doing here? Because you've been sailing at the top level in match racing, like all over the world, and now we see you on a kite surf. What's going on?
I feel like I am still sailing, so it's just a little bit more action-packed, a little bit more on the edge, maybe a little bit more dangerous, but also faster and I think more fun.
So this event is supposed to be done every year now?
So the aim is to host this event next year, the same, and the year after to be the World Championships.
The World Championship of Kite Racing is coming to Perth.
That's the plan.
Watch out!
Watch out, world.
Okay, so is it like really tight racing, as you know, like the thrill? Do you have the thrill of the competition, like you usually had during the match racing, for example?
Us guys in Perth, we're pretty close in terms of performance, so that is a thrill. I think there is still quite a big difference between the top guys and the bottom guys, and the sport's developing in terms of people getting up to speed. So there's not as much of the close action that I'm used to in sailing, and the really fight for every metre. But it's getting there and it's getting close, and we're doing it at 30 knots as well.
So is Torvar going in the competition so far?
Today was our first day of racing, and I'm pleased to say that there's 2 groups. And I'm finishing 5th in one of the groups after today, so that's well beyond my expectations.
Well, good luck to you, Torvar.
Thanks, Sebastian.
A quick and sharp review of the week. The Around the Buoy section is next.
With the best racing conditions so far, the fleet of 18-footers gives a magnificent spectacle in the 15 to 20 knots northeasterly wind. The spinnaker runs are all actions, with the flying machines charging to the bottom mark of Clark Island. A slight spinnaker mishap on Gotalavit 7 allows Smack to take a narrow lead for the first time. However, an unexpected swim by the leading crew on the final windward leg allows Gotalavit 7 to regain the lead. The red machine is driven hard down the final spinnaker run for a spectacular victory. Starting off Point Piper at 10 AM on Saturday in a weakening westerly, the Port Hacking Bird Island race is a big boat clean-up. Super Maxi Wild on 11, skipped by Mark Richards, only had 2 days of practice since restepping their brand new lightweight carbon fibre mast after a section was fractured. Drawing its inspiration from the Masters in tennis, the first ever Star Sailor League's final is held in the Bahamas and sailed by 18 competitors racing during 4 days for a total purse of $200,000. The Star Sailor League is the creation of a Swiss millionaire and Star Sailors addict, Michel Niklaus. His passion for sailing is impressive, and he is believed to have put $1 million into this event.
Wow, that's a serious money. Now the racing format is quite interesting too.
The 18 boat starts with 9 races across 3 days, after which the bottom 8 teams can go home. Then comes an innovative 4th and final day. The top 10 teams compete in 3 races with a progressive dropout.
Well, let me explain that a bit more, because that's a world's first.
So the last day of racing begins with 10 boats for 3 races only, and after each races the bottom 3 are eliminated. So even if Kite and Prada from Brazil had literally dominated the entire event, they had to restart from scratch on the final day.
For the first time ever in the sport of fleet sailing, the winner of the final race is also the winner of the event, and that's what it's called, pressure.
In the winner-takes-all race, the race committee decides to stretch the race course to 5 legs. Kite has a great start at the pin end of the line and is ahead at the first mark. The Brazilian and the Polish skippers engage in a fierce fight in the first downwind leg, but Kite manages to hold on to his lead. As the breeze builds up, the Brazilian finds better pressure on the left and stretches his lead over the Polish to secure the first ever Star Sailor League finals with a 24-second advantage.
With this format, the winner takes all the last race, so we had a great week, but we still needed to win the last race, which is extremely hard. It was tight, it was very tight, and that's what it should be, Star sailing at this level, it's all on the details, and we're pretty happy that this time we come back on top.
Rendezvous next week, same time, same place. Until then, goodbye and fair sailing.